It is 4 years now since the tragic murder of 272 innocent worshippers in churches and visitors in hotels on the fateful Easter Sunday of 2019. Yet it has not been possible for us up to now to identify the perpetrators behind these attacks and to bring those responsible to book. We have organized this press conference hence to inform the public about the reasons behind the different programs we are organizing on the 21st April, the 4th anniversary of these attacks, affirming that we have never given up our efforts to find the truth behind these attacks and that we continue to be committed to that cause. We recall vividly the statement made in earlier times by the former Attorney General that behind these attacks, which can be called one of the most cruel and inhuman attacks that happened in recent times, there was a grand conspiracy. It is clear to us and to many others that these attacks were a plot organized in order to gain political power. Even the Parliamentary Select Committee appointed that time by the Yahapalana government affirmed so in its report in the Executive Summary, page 3, report published on 23rd October 2019. It is very clearly written that there was a political plot. It is clear that the presidents as well as the politicians who ruled this country since then, as well as the present president and his government and some corrupt state officials have been and are part of an attempt to hide the truth behind these attacks in order to protect the culprits. It is also clear that for its future well-being, the citizens of this country who are upright and just need to know that up until now, what has happened is that like it was for the Easter Sunday murders, so also there have been in the recent past many political murders, kidnappings, disappearances, as well as setting up of religious and ethnic conflicts and violence in the country, ignoring the principles of the rule of law and justice for the sole purpose of obtaining political power or holding on to power with the help of criminal elements who have been protected and sustained by them. This corrupt political culture adopts the policy of getting the people of this country to forget all these serious crimes by seeking to bury those in the sands of time and erase them from their memory. Our attempt is to show to those state-sponsored criminals that we will not stop our efforts at exposing the truth behind these Easter attacks so that we may expose this evil strategy of theirs and ensure that justice is done. It is our belief that if we let go of this effort, it will create a bad precedent for the country. This country by now possesses a deeply corrupt political power base and some corrupt officials handling legal matters who manipulate the rules to justify such behavior, which would shield and protect political criminals. And so in such a setup, one could engage in such criminal activities even in the future in order to come to power or to hold on to power by rousing up base feelings of racialism and religious bigotry among the people, cause such mass murders like the Easter Sunday attacks and achieve power. That is the background in which there is a strong need to find out the truth behind the Easter attacks and to bring the masterminds and criminals behind it to justice. Else, some of these criminals who are now free and are enjoying political protection may be tempted to carry out such attacks again in order to obtain power even in the future. Hence, we call upon all our citizens, irrespective of their racial or religious differences, to unite with us to create a strong human chain on 21st April, Friday, calling for truth and justice for the Easter attack victims. The human chain, we call upon all our fellow citizens to join us, irrespective of differences of racial, religious and political party affiliation, to make up a human chain which will call upon all our leaders to render justice to the victims of the Easter attacks and to strengthen the hands of freedom and justice in our motherland, which has unfortunately been weakened by now. To do so, we invite all to gather along the roadside on the Colombo Negombo main road on both sides peacefully by 8:30 a.m. on 21st April, starting from St. Anthony's Church, Kochchikade, and up to St. Sebastian's Church, Katuwapitiya in Negombo, along the Colombo Negombo main road. Kindly observe 2 minutes silence at 8:45 a.m. and remain in the line from 8:30 to 9 o'clock. Kindly remain silent, standing on the edge of the road, and avoid disturbing the traffic. We expect all to join us as fellow citizens of this our homeland without any consideration of differences. Those working in the offices and factories are invited to stand for 2 minutes in silence at 8:45 a.m. at their own places of work. Thank you very much.
You're watching the Life Traveler channel.